Hey, it's your girl, Sophie Soph, back here on Sophia's Football Talk. As Premier League is back, we will, of course, be doing a preview, this time for Luton Town versus Manchester United. And Luton, here in the Prem, I think some people, probably a lot of people, was thinking, you know what, they might get straight back down to championship and all of that, but they're doing their thing. I'm not gonna lie, their stadium right now, their home ground is kind of like a fortress. So, like Mustafa is saying here, big up to you. Hope you're doing well, little bro. Says, yeah, it's gonna be a tough game. 100%. I don't think this is gonna be an easy game whatsoever. I was saying, of course, the Villa game was going to be very tough, which it was. I mean, we got the win at the end of the day by Skype McSauce doing his thing. But this one, I mean, it is a ground where even Liverpool a few months ago drew 1-1. I remember Man City and Arsenal were struggling. I'm pretty sure they won at the end, but they were struggling. Spurs were just been bare of the top teams. Even, I mean, it's only what, about 2 weeks ago where Brighton got slapped up 4-1 against Luton. So I'm concerned, but I think we can do it. So before we fully talk more about in depth that game, we need to make sure that we give this video here a big thumbs up, because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for more people to see. Also subscribe, of course. Still on the road to 3K subscribers, so let's make that happen. And also feel free to join the SFT membership. Link is in the description box. Another way to help the community to grow even further. And guys, help us sister out. Alright? But yeah, before I kind of want to talk about that game though, and do chime in with your thoughts in the comment section. Also, if you're watching on the replay, I haven't really fully given my thoughts on the whole Dan Ashworth situation where, obviously, sporting director of Newcastle, and there's been some reports saying that Man United is really interested. I mean, it's only about 3 days ago where David Ornstein came out with this Bumba news. And Man United made Dan Ashworth top target for sporting director. Not agreed, plus no approach to Newcastle yet, but anticipated, plus situation expected to develop rapidly. Complicated by being contracted to Newcastle, but 52-year-old said to be open to the move. Now though, this was reported by Craig Hope earlier today, tweeted by, I think it's the MUFCMB account on Twitter, says Dan Ashworth has informal agreement with Manchester United and Ineos. He's now waiting for them to make an official approach and agree a compensation package with Newcastle. So obviously, we basically have to buy him out, obviously, right? But what's nice is he's open. He wants to come to Man United. But we need to make sure that we get it done, pay what is need to be done, give that to Newcastle. But I'm open. I mean, this is the guy he used to also be Brighton's former sporting director with, getting them Caicedo, getting them Trossard, getting them Alexis McAllister, Mark Cucurella. I mean, obviously Cucurella has fully worked out with going to Chelsea and all that. And with Caicedo also going to Chelsea, hasn't fully worked out. But initially, with those type of deals and in a different market that's been looked at, it has been, for Brighton at the time, good players. And Trossard, been an important player for Arsenal. Yes, he might not play all the time, but I like what Trossard. And also McAllister for Liverpool, yeah, a little bit shaky at the beginning with the type of role as a lone six sometimes, but it is a good player at the end of the day. Real talk, So with him then moving on to Newcastle, I believe maybe just a year and a half ago, I think now, he's been getting them Alexander Isak and also Sven Botman, Dino Livramento, just to mention a few. So this is a guy that, he can make some good signings. he can get a good signing. And we already have, of course, Umar Birata in the door, which obviously he won't be starting, his full CEO um, new role before the summer. And the same probably would be happening with Dan Ashford as well. But it looks to be that we're making moves. And I've been saying with Ineos, like I'm not gonna sit there and get too giddy. I'm not gonna sit there and get like super excited and be like, oh my god, whoa, we're back with this and that. I need to see a bit more. I need to see what are we gonna do in the summer. But the small moves that we're taking right now, which in return ends up being very big, does make me a bit more open-minded, a bit more optimistic for what is to come. But the big test is once again, what are we actually going to be doing this summer? Are we going to be able to offload some of the players that we have had to offload? For instance, with Omar Berada, with the whole thing, okay, having like a principle of if a player has been here for 2 years, you haven't fully performed, you got to cut your losses. That's what I want to do. So with Anthony, for instance, by the time we're at the end of the season, it'll then be almost 2 years since he came here. So are we going to just accept, swallow our pride, and be okay with just letting him go? That's what I hope we can do. Offload. Obviously, Martial, he'd be going. I mean, I would personally want to keep Varane and Casemiro for at least one more season, but if they go, they go. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like we move on. But are we gonna be able to spend that money wisely, get proper signings in? If we get another striker, okay, it's gonna be a smart one. If we get another midfielder, will it be and contract renewals, okay, will it be high, will it be very much high wages? Hopefully that will not be the case. So that's something that all of that I'm taking into account. But I'm definitely pretty much, you know with getting Dan Ashford, that does make me very, very much hopeful for the future. But like I said, I'm not getting too giddy just yet. I'm waiting because too much PTSD with the Glazers and all that. But as long as we get rid of, John Murtaugh, Richard Arnold, Fletcher, I love you, but you got to go as well. All of that, and we get proper footballing people in here, then I'm I'm open. Big up to Ravi. Hope you're doing well. Yes, 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 indeed. Smash the like button and subscribe. By smashing the like button, hitting the thumbs up button, you're letting YouTube know, hey, we like this video. YouTube will be like, you know what? Let me make sure that other people that haven't seen this video, haven't seen this channel before, will also end up seeing it. Okay? Because the likes ain't be liking the past few streams here. So help a sister out because YouTube, it ain't doing your girl any justice. But yeah, let's move on to the proper game here. And do let me know as well your thoughts with the whole Dan Ashford situation. Are you thinking that's going to be a good deal for Man United? Will that be a good appointment for Man United to make? Let me know in the chat. Let's start out with talking about some of the team news. Obviously, like I said, we're going to be playing at Luton Town. Away, another away game. Will not be easy. Big up, Paul. Hope you're doing well. Will not be easy by any chance. Well, last time when we played Luton, I remember that was at our grounds. This will be the return fixture. Let me like 1-0 or something. Wait a minute. I feel like it was like 1-0, but I could be wrong. Luton Town. I cannot remember. Matches result. I was right. It was 1-0. Who scored that? Was that Dallo? No, it's oh my god, it was Lindre who scored that. Yeah. That was back. That was November 11th. So that's like 3 months ago now, over 3 months ago. Damn. Yeah, I remember 1-0. Yeah. Not an easy game. I think we had like chances and stuff like that, but we just weren't able to score, that many goals. Right now, we are more of in a goal scoring four. Obviously, we know Rasmus Hojlund is doing his thing. Big up to my guy, Lil Yo-Yo. What up, my amigo? Hope you're doing good, bro. Yes, thank you, Paul, for liking the stream and sharing it. I appreciate it. But yeah, in regards to this game, I mean, Hojlund, 5 for 5. Will he be scoring in his sixth game? Maybe, maybe he will. I hope he will. He's doing well. It's just about what I've been saying in regards to our wingers or just our attacking players. Pass the ball, people. Pass the ball. You see Rasmus, I don't know why I'm giving it an accent, but do you see Rasmus in a goal scoring opportunity right here? Goal scoring position? You pass the freaking ball. You better. If not, consequences. That's what it is. So I think he'll definitely be a very much of a key player. Of course, again, hopefully he can continue to keep himself fit. I mean, he's his confidence is high. Play. Imagine being playing for your boyhood club, your favorite club. And you're there. You're one of the it guys. You're doing it. That's huge in your debut season as well. Let's not get it twisted. He was never worth that 75 million. Come on, because there will never. We overpaid. We definitely did. I would say 45 could have been better, but hey, it is what it is. We're taking it as long as he can contribute with the goals, even the assists. But for me, the most important thing when I'm thinking about striker, I need you to score goals. And if you see some wingers, of course, you see a Rashford or a Garnacho in a better, position than you pass the ball, which he is. A very selfless person. And I think it's a great kid to have in your squad. 21 years old now, just a few weeks ago, since it was his 21st birthday. He scored on his birthday. So he's doing his thing. He's on fire. In regards to the team news, though, for this particular game, as it's going to be played on Sunday, I feel we've been having so many Sunday fixtures. It's Man United, people will be watching, right? All eyes will be on us. All eyes on me. Lindelöf and Diogo Dalot will probably be options to replace Luke Shaw if he does not make it in time. To be on that left back. Yeah, like Mustafa says, Shaw a doubt, late fitness test. Exactly. Yeah, I did see some of the quotes and stuff like that from Ten Hag. Obviously he did have to get subbed out in the last game against Villa during halftime. So you had Lindelöf coming in, and I ain't gonna lie, that definitely disrupted the game. Lindelöf on that left back, yeah. I rather have Lindelöf be as a right back, more so because of being right-footed. I think he'll be better there. And then you have Dalot, since Dalot has played a lot more as left back and can manage. He can do a job. I just think with Lindelöf as the left back, he would just, I don't know, he just looked way awkward last time, really awkward. I'm very glad that Unai Emery he decided to take out Leon Bailey, because Leon Bailey was causing a lot of issues. It's a bit tough. If he kept Leon Bailey there for a little bit longer, I ain't gonna lie, they might have scored an equalizer. They probably would have gotten the draw, which they should have had in all actuality. But we took the win. We took all the 3 points, which of course I'm not complaining about. I'm taking it and running with it. But to summarize that again, Luke Shaw is in doubt to play on Sunday, but he might make it. But to be honest, I wouldn't necessarily rush him back. I don't think I would do that, in my opinion. I'd rather have him rest and sit this one out, But it is what it is. If he is fit, then hey. But if it's like, you kind of not, but you just haven't, then no. Aaron Bissaka, though, on the other hand, he's sadly suffered a setback in his bid to return from a spell on the sidelines. Obviously, I believe he might have had, was it a hamstring injury a few weeks ago? So he'll be out for a few weeks due to the fact that he's got a setback. So unfortunately, we definitely need to get another right back. We have to. Also, I think we probably should get a center back that can also play as the right back as well. We need to get more like versatile type of players. who could play multiple positions. I mean, we've been able to do that a lot with Luke Shaw, having him play as a left center back when needs be, and of course Dalot play as the left back as well here and there. Um, and also, I wonder if it would Ten Hag probably have Amber as the left back? Nah, the thing is, though, Amber doesn't have that explode. He doesn't have that pace, and I need my fullbacks to have a little bit of that pace. At least, yeah. I don't necessarily need the center backs, all of the center backs, to have full pace. One can have, and maybe in some parts it's not always super important. It's more so about the positioning and the reading of the game, such as a John Terry, if we're going to mention one that wasn't necessarily super pacey, but the reading of his game was exceptional. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Of course, you have an Amrabat as an option, but Ten Hag did kind of say that Lindelof or Diogo Dalot, so, and he didn't mention Amrabat, so I don't think we'll see Amrabat there, but you never know. Malacia and Mason Mount, though, there's some updates, are still some more weeks away from completing their rehabilitation. I'm pretty sure we've been seeing like some pictures, some videos, and all that with of I should say Mason Mount more so, training and all that. But how many games have we seen of him this season? When was the last time Mason Mount played a game? I can't even remember Mason Mount last game. When was that? Match history. What the hell was that? Oh my god, that was actually the last time when we played Luton. That was 3 months. We had not seen him for 3 months. Yeah, that's a madness, That is a madness. Oh my god. So this season, how many games has he even played? Against Wolves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games in all comps. Not just Prem, all 12 games in all comps. And this is the guy that we gave the 7 shirt. I told people when we were linked with him, I was like, I don't know. When we got him, I was like, I know this is not for me. I said, red flag. Big up to him though, but no. And we gave him the number 7 shirt. I was like, oh my God, this is dumb. Yeah. That money we could have, literally with that money, 55 million, we could have bought 2 players. Or one really good one. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have spent that money properly. What is the point of paying 55 million for somebody that has 1 year of his contract? We could have just waited and he could have gone for free. And we could have gotten him this summer for free. We might as well when we only had him for 12 games. And some of them, it's just a few minutes. It's not like 12 starts or 12, 90 minutes here and there. No, some of them are just either he started and then came off early, or he started off on the bench and then he came on and played a few minutes. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, that, and Malacia, I have no idea what's going on with him. Obviously, it wasn't that much money we spent of him last season, but he underwent surgery. I think he underwent surgery. It's a madness what's happening with Malacia. You don't really see him that much. Whenever like there's some interviews with some of the players when they talk about like, oh, who has the best style, who's when they talk about like the different characters in the room, like they mention Malacia. I mean, obviously Rashford and Malacia great friends, so you see that. But other than that, you don't really see him. When is he? He's okay. It's a kid again. Oh, madness. But yeah, that's that when it comes to the team news there. And of course, Martial and Lisandro Martinez, they're recovering from groin and knee complaints, respectively. So we already know they'll be out for a while. I think Martial will be coming back maybe early April. We might see this, and I think maybe we might see March. Sometime in March, we might see Martinez back. This is just me kind of calculating a bit here. But yeah, when it comes to Luton Town's, this is kind of Not exactly if I'm sure whether or not this is correct, but from yesterday at least, they'll definitely be out. They'll be without Mats Andersen, Tom Locker, and Marvelous Nakamba. That is a wonderful, Marvelous. That's your first name. Now that is a beautiful, Marvelous. Imagine somebody, Marvelous. What? Nah. Some of these guys got some dope names. Like in the AFCON, somebody was named Evidence. Huh? Are you telling me the truth? I love it. Luton ain't gonna go down. They are doing enough to stay up. I think they're doing enough to stay up as well. I agree. I agree. I agree. So, in regards to what I mentioned with the fact that, the team news, this will then be my lineup. So, this is my lineup. Literally only, I would say only one change. So, that would be the fact that Luke Shaw will not be available starting, is what I'm presuming. I think. Big up to Teddy, one of our members. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Big up to you. I think we'll probably see more so Dallo as at left back, and then we have Lindelöf as the right back. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know what your thoughts is. So I'll summarize to those of you listening as audio. We have Onana in goal. Left back, like I mentioned, we have Diogo Dallo. Right back, we have Victor Lindelöf. Centre back partnership, you have consisting of Harry Maguire and Rafael Varane. In that midfield, unchanged, we have Casemiro and Kobe Mainoo alongside Bruno Fernandes. Wingers on the left, Marcus Rashford. On the right, Garnacho. And up top, you have Rasmus Hojlund. That is what I'm predicting. And probably if Luke Shaw's not there, then I rather have Dallo on that left and I have Lindelöf on that right, because Lindelöf on the left, it was Amrabat left back Teddy. We could, but I did read some quotes a little bit earlier before you came from Ten Hag, and he was saying that the option for the left back would either be Lindelöf or Diogo Dallo. So I personally would go then with Diogo Dallo. I wouldn't go with Amrabat. He played left back a few times, but it's just the fact that he moves a bit too slow, and I think that could be an issue. Yeah, it can be an issue. There's something with the intensity of the Premier League that he hasn't fully gotten yet. So I would be a bit too concerned having him as a left back. I personally wouldn't do it. And I don't think Ten Hag would do it either. He's done it earlier, of course, a few months ago, but I don't think he would do it now. I don't think so. He come up from the bench, but he ain't gonna be. He definitely won't be starting as a fullback, in my opinion. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Let me know what your thoughts are in terms of that. But I think so for the score prediction, because this is not going to be the longest match preview. I kind of like to keep my match previews not the very, very longest. But I'm thinking, I'm going to say 2-1 is going to be my score prediction. I'm going to say we're winning, but we will be struggling more than it could be. To be honest, at this point, if you haven't seen my Premier League prediction video, the final prediction video that I posted a few weeks ago, spoiler alert, I did say that I think Man United will finish 6th, but you never know. I would love to get top 4. I would love to get Champions League. But I personally just I don't know. And at this point in this game, screw trying to do the whole performance thing. We've seen so many of the other teams struggle. Even the big, like I said, Man City struggled. They got the job done at the end of the day, but they struggled. Arsenal struggled. They got the job done. Liverpool dropped points. They made it 1-1. It was Tahir Chong that came in as the from the bench, and he scored. They could have probably even won 2-1, by the way, but you never know, because I believe Luton scored first and then Liverpool equalized, if I remember correctly, or I could be wrong. But either way, I remember him scoring. So we will be meeting some of our former Man United graduates. So like I said, Tahir Chong and Tendon Mengi, who both have been doing very well. I've been hearing some, high praises about them at Luton. So I just don't personally, don't do that well that you're gonna be winning against it or something. No. I need us to win. I need us. February, we were unbeaten. I'm not trying to jinx it by any way, but we've been unbeaten in the league in February since 2018. It's been 6 years now. So February is my birthday month. I mean, it's just 6 days ago since it was my birthday. I love February. It's a great month. Let's continue it. We have this game, and then we have the game against Fulham in, I believe it's next Saturday. So let's make it 15 out of 15 points in February. That'd be great because on paper, we should. Because the next game, early March, I believe, 2nd or 3rd. It's going to be 3rd, actually. Wait, is it? Let me double check again. I think it might be March 3rd. Yep. March 3rd, we're actually playing Man City at the Etihad. That was really slapped the shit out of us when they came through our ground a few months ago. So I'm not expecting us to win that game at all. We'll be lucky if we get a draw, but we're probably going to get smacked the shit up. We just, it's going to be a bloodbath, literally. But we'll focus more about that game once, a few days before that matchup. We're not going to think about that right now. But all I'm saying is, I say that to say, win the remaining games of February. Because in March, it'll be a bit more tougher. Win. Then it says, if we don't lose next 5 games, which is possible, we can get top 4. I mean, like I said, we're losing it to Man City. I'm just letting you know right now. Luton and Fulham, because Fulham next week will be at home, so I think we can do it. We actually did it at their ground, did we not? I'm pretty sure we did. And this one, I do think we should be doing. Teddy says, I won't be surprised if we draw at Luton. I'll be very annoyed. I ain't gonna lie. It really depends on how the game goes, but this is a game that it will be difficult. Luton will be. They give everybody. They slap the shit out of Brighton. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm concerned. I am a bit concerned, but I'm gonna predict we're gonna win. So once again, I'm saying 2-1. Teddy says I'd start Kambuala and rest Varane. I wouldn't mind that, but I think I probably would rather do that maybe for the Fulham game at home instead of this game, if I'm going to be very honest. So this is kind of what I'm thinking, but you never know. Luton also contained City before City beat them. Yep, they did. Luton can get around that lineup. They will be on United from the start. Liverpool underestimated them and got a draw and then they beat Newcastle. Did they beat Newcastle? They might have. They might. You know what? They probably did. Yeah. Luton Town at their stadium is scary. Real talk. It's a small stadium. They're freaking houses. People can watch it from their living room. Like this is not me trying to disrespect them by any means. I'm actually being real. I've been watching a couple of Luton games, especially when it comes to the big 6 games. They show up. Like I said, they really gave it a tough game for Man City, but they got it over the line. Arsenal also. And like Ravi said here earlier, Liverpool drew. So you never know. Teddy said, I think 1-0 United. That can happen. I mean, we won 1-0 at our ground. Only thing I'm thinking is because of Hojlund. So I'm saying 2-1. I think Hojlund will score. And then I'm going to say that Garnacho scores. I think. That's going to be my prediction. Yeah. I would love to see Hojlund brace though. That would be, imagine Hojlund hat trick. That would be great. Rasmus goal. Yeah, I think so. I think Rasmus will probably be scoring. I hope he does. I mean, it's great goal scoring form. So, it helps his confidence. It helps the team. All of it. So you want your forward, you want your strikers to be scoring and keep going. But yeah, if you just tuned in, do let me know your score prediction, what you think, how you think this game will end. To let y'all know once again, I'm predicting it's going to be a 2-1 win to Man United. Goals by Rasmus Hojlund and Alejandro Garnacho. Those are my thoughts. And I'm going to say, you know what, I think will Chumby score? I think Ross Barkley, I think also, by the way, He's been exceptional. The former Chelsea player, also I think he played for Villa, did he not? That's well after Chelsea. He's been exceptional. You know, he's been wonderful for Luton, 100%. I'll say definitely he's been one of the reasons to why they're still up there and tend to make it. But especially Ross Barkley he's been incredible. So in that midfield, I would be a bit concerned. I think he will start McTominay and rest Bruno Romano. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I would not. I am saying go with the same team. Only difference is if Luke Shaw is not ready, then you bring Lindelof in, but you have him on the right fullback, and you have Diogo Dalot as the left fullback. That's what I'm saying. We're playing one game a week. Why? What are we gonna rest for? Once, of course, we get that FA Cup game against Forest, then I think you probably should be, because the Fulham game will be the weekend before. Then I'll probably say rest maybe some players for the Fulham game, and then try to go more so full for Forest in the FA Cup, because that's going to be an away game. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll talk more about that once we get there. Either way, we're gonna end it here. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing a new episode of the Ops. It's been a while, so we're going to be talking about all the Premier League games there from the Big Six. Of course, you have the biggest one, which is, you know, Man City versus Chelsea. That is a very big one. Yeah, every match is a must win, 100%. I agree. But yeah, that's going to be, and of course, Brentford Liverpool, I think, is going to be huge. Spurs Wolves. So we will be talking about that. And we got, we'll invite some guests so we can talk about the games for tomorrow. So I'll be back for that. And of course, we'll do a live match reaction for this game on Sunday. So if you don't want to miss out on any of the content that I'm coming on, make sure that you are subscribed. Have on the notification bell button. Always keep it posted on the community tab. I always update if there's anything going on. And I'll see you guys soon. Feel free to join the SFT membership. Link is in the description box. And have a great time. See y'all tomorrow. Peace out. Sofia out. Bye-bye.